Light work, light work, real easy. Light work, real easy. Light work, real easy.
The audacity of Ash. Same show, new narrative.
Yo, it's your girl Ash here with the audacity of Ash here in LA. We have our special guest on our show today, the one, the only, Mr. Dame Dash. When you hear his name, you think entrepreneur, you think mogul, and we are so excited to have him here today. Thank you for being here, and thank you for allowing us to be in your studio.
No problem. Thank you for the intro.
It's well deserved. So I just got a quick question because I know you're a very busy man, but we're just gonna go into the questions real quick. What do you feel like contributes to the longevity of the Dame Dash brand?
Just being consistent and having good taste and never selling out.
That's important, to never sell out, to be true to yourself. Now, they say the term learn to hustle is a phrase that you coined to describe your work ethic. How do you feel the lessons you learned in life molded your hustle?
I mean, you learn with experience, you know, and the more you do something, the better you are at it. And usually the first time you do something, you're not usually the best at it. It takes time. So, you know, being in business is like working out. The more you actually focus on it, the better you get.
Okay, that's dope. And then, you know, you have your hands in a little of everything, from recording labels to fashion to streaming services. You know, what paths did you take to start those investments?
I mean, you know, I started out, you know, with my survival skills in the street, and I learned how to flip, you know, to turn 5 into 10 and 10 into 20. And, you know, I'm not a guy that likes to use other people's money so much, because then you're not the boss. You know, you got to be told what to do. And, you know, a lot of things inspire me. So the minute I get into one business and I knock that out and I wreck that industry, because I'm an industry conqueror, and I go to another one based with the earnings from the company prior to.
That's what's up, because you really are a conqueror. Like, you conquered so many things over the years. And so out of every investment that you've ever made, which one were you the most passionate about and why?
They're all equal. All your businesses are like your children, so it's like you can't choose which child you love the most. You know, you love them all equally.
That's true.
And you fight for them all equally. So each company I've ever started, there was always a ferocious fight until I, you know, got to a place where I sold it or conquered the whole thing. It just was uninspired.
Okay. Now, you're a multimedia mogul, and like I said, you have your hands in a lot of different pots. What inspired you to go in that direction as far as streaming is concerned?
It was just logic. You know, I saw with the internet there was a direct-to-consumer thing, and I was doing so many things. And it was like content gives you residual income. So why not make it? And you could sell every single thing that you have in the content. You could sell it, that you're wearing, that you're listening to, wherever, you know, that you're smoking, drinking. It's too easy.
It makes smart business sense.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
it was actually waiting for the rest of the world to catch up.
That's true.
It really was.
Because you're an innovator, so a lot of the things that you've done, you've typically been the first to do it. And if you weren't the first, you actually created a unique way of doing it, so it makes people follow you to try to follow the same steps.
Yeah, I don't really like to hustle in a crowded block or sell the same thing everyone else is. I like to always do something different. You create a drug that no one has, then you can charge whatever price you want.
And they gonna buy it.
As long as it's good.
Well, if you could talk to your younger self, and I mean in the beginning of the brand of Dame Dash, that younger self, what would you tell yourself advice-wise, or if you're not gonna tell yourself advice-wise, why?
I would probably say don't trust dudes, for real, and don't disrespect women. You know what I mean? Those are the things that I regret at times, trusting certain people and disrespecting certain people unconsciously.
Okay. And when it comes to the name of being Dame Dash, like I said, it brings the thought of entrepreneur and mogul. And that's what comes to the name to your mind as far as your name of your brand. For that 18-year-old or that 20-something or even someone like myself who's striving to be a brand name, what advice could you give?
I mean, you have to find what you love. You gotta dream. You gotta dream. Most people don't dream. And you have to know what your dream looks like from 9 to 9, 24 hours a day. When you wake up, when you eat, when you go to work, go to bed, everything. Very detailed. You have to dream. And you have to find something that you would do for free because you love it so much and get paid for that. Because then it never feels like work. And you're doing it so much because you love it that you're better than everyone else at it. But nothing should feel like work.
That's true, because it feels like work you're not going to really do.
I mean, like, it should feel like working out.
Okay.
But it shouldn't feel like work.
Oh, work.
It should feel like working out, making your muscles strong
That's true.
with repetition and discipline.
So this episode is covering the sneakerhead lifestyle, East Coast versus West Coast. And being a New York native, what was the go-to shoe when you was coming up?
Same ones I got on.
Horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can never go wrong with a pair of white on whites.
That is true.
Period.
I have a pair of black on black. My son says that's choosing violence every day.
Yeah, that's guys that wear the black ones usually be fighting.
Okay, and then now when
I don't think Nike Airs is meant to be black.
You don't think so?
They're meant to be white and crispy.
But not black. Okay.
But then I also, I was talking offline, and, the Worthies was a high-end drug dealer shoe, but you had to have specific knowledge of taste. It's like the snotty drug dealer sneaker. And top 10s. So it was like top 10s, Worthies, and Nike Airs.
Okay. Now, when it comes to adult Dame Dash, is it still the same go-to shoe? And your dress shoes, what are your go-tos?
It depends on what I'm on,
Okay.
Usually it's Nike Airs. Right now I'm liking Louis Vuitton boots. I'll be wearing those boots with my suits, always shoes.
Okay.
Or some Bottega Veneta shoes. And now people starting to get up on Bottega Veneta, so.
Now you gotta lay them low and get something else.
Yeah. That used to be my little down low, thing that no one knew about.
Oh. Well, okay, so when it comes to your hustle, what motivates you?
It's just love. And things I love to do and fighting for the people I love.
Okay. And then with being a businessman, how does fatherhood and entrepreneurship transfer into that?
Well, a business is like being a dad, and you have to put your business before you put yourself. And all the people that work and help you with your business are almost like your children. And they got to eat before you. If you don't make any money, you still got to pay the people that work with you.
That's true. They still got to get paid. And then a final question, is there anything that we should be looking out for from Dame Dash that we don't already know about, like an exclusive?
So many things. We got some magazines coming out, books coming out, movies coming out, fashion coming out. A lot of educational things, working with the OSG network, the 90 Black Principles, the commission. A lot of politics. Senators flying in tomorrow. I just got a proclamation from the New York Senate yesterday. So yeah, it's a lot going on.
That's what's up. Can you talk about it, or is that something that's I can't really talk about that?
What?
The proclamation from New York.
They were just recognizing, the things that I'm doing for philanthropy and other people in the neighborhood. But it's something that the whole Senate floor got to vote on in New York, so
That's
pretty
what's
dope. Recognize the commission, the things I'm doing for unrecognized trauma and therapy, stuff like that.
That's really dope. Your philanthropy.
Got it.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. I appreciate you taking the time out for me and just giving me this interview and this opportunity to be here in this studio, because it's an honor to be here. So I just want to say thank you and being in your presence as an entrepreneur, because like I really do look up to you and like the uniqueness, how you just step into anything that you do and you do it your way and you don't let nobody tell you what to do, how to do it, who to do it with. Like it's always just about you and what you think is right. And that's what I try to do with my show. And I just want to say thank you for allowing me to do this.
Oh, thank you for appreciating that.
Well, that's it for the Audacity of Ash. Stay tuned next week. Like I said, you know, East Coast is up. Taurus Riddick, you're next.
All right.
Woo!
Wow.